Hey, hello there guys, Proxence here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Nintendo Labo announcement trailer. So the whole concept to the Nintendo Labo is that you can make, play, and discover, and that's awesome also. Before we do begin, I'd like to mention that we are going to be joined by Alec and stuff in this discussion where we're just going to go through the entirety of the trailer and we're going to discuss bits and pieces of it and mention what we like and questions and stuff. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Hello, Mr. Proxence. How's it going?
It's going well. So,
I think
let's
the audio levels and everything sound good.
Okay.
I'm very sure of that.
Okay. Well, let's begin the discussion in that case.
Wait. Okay. So, Nintendo Labo.
Yeah. Is it Labo or Labo? I think it's Labo because it's like lab, and then O.
Is it Labo?
It makes sense because it's like a lab. Because you're interacting with it. It would make sense if it was Labo.
It would, because it's like experimental in a way.
You make, you play, and you discover with the Labo.
Yes.
that's the tagline. It's a good tagline because it's like you're making something. Once you make it, you play with it in the game, and then as it's operating, you get to look at it and see how it works, see the intricate aspects of it, and it's cool.
I think it is really cool too. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the trailer here.
I have mine. I have mine already ready.
Oh yeah? Whoa, wrong thing. There we go. Well, wrong thing again. You know what? I'm having such an issue here. Okay, so Nintendo Labo. Let's go ahead and discuss that first before I get into doing that setup. So, Nintendo Labo, it's these cardboard peripherals that integrate themselves within the games that you play them in. The first thought that I had when I was watching the trailer, in particular, it was the piano. You stick the Joy-Cons into like the base of the piano itself, and then obviously the screen is right in front of you. You can see what you're doing in the game.
Yes.
I don't understand how when you press the keys, how the game knows which keys you're pressing.
Okay.
Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm not sure about how the functionality works.
I think I know how it works. Don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% sure how it functions exactly, but I'm pretty sure once you enter your Joy-Con into it, the sensors on the bottom of the Joy-Con, because I believe the one you're entering in is the right Joy-Con, and you know how the right Joy-Con has the little sensor on the bottom of it? If you have your Switch next to you. I'm pointing my controller to my camera right now, but it has a little the sensor on the bottom of it, and I presume that it uses that to detect movement inside the Labo experience that you're currently using, and it transmits that information from the Joy-Con to the console, and it says what happens, basically.
That's nuts, though. Like,
It's cool.
Let me see if I can get a good, like, action shot of this thing. So
I think that's why usually the left Joy-Con is used for other things. Instead of the sensing of stuff, because with the house, I think it's the right Joy-Con. Yeah, with the house, it's the right Joy-Con inserted in with the sensor pointing down, with the moving dude. Oh yeah, also with the robot backpack thing, it's also the right Joy-Con. So I think that just shows exactly what happens. Because if you go to a later scene in the video, you can see that the backpack has three like things in it, three little locations, the leg and left and right arm. I think there might be a fourth one. It's possible. I'm not sure from this angle. It's probably just 3 though. No. It's 4. It's 4.
Hold on. So Mika just brought up a pretty good point here in the chat. She says that it's actually there's reflective tape on the keys that the IR sensors in the Joy-Cons pick up themselves.
Okay. Because
So
that would make sense, because I'm looking at the backpack and they do have the little white tape on the various moving portions of it where the right Joy-Con would be entered.
wow. That's pretty nuts. Okay, so
And on the
wow.
topic of the robot backpack, the robot kit rather, I should call
Uh-huh.
it that because that's the specific name. The robot kit has something that I really, really like. The
Uh-huh.
fact that it's adjustable for height. So you won't
Oh.
be like scrunched up when you're using it. You'll be free to move however you want to, because the little things on the leg have adjustable distances.
See, that's good. I
Yeah.
hope it gets tall enough for people our size, because at the heart of the announcement, they kept really like pushing the idea that this was targeted towards younger audiences.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if that would affect the design at all of the actual. They're calling them toy cons. If I if I have been
Yeah.
seeing that right,
Toy-Cons.
so I don't know if that would affect the design at all or the usability for people that are older. But if it doesn't, I think that is really really cool.
I mean,
I
as
go
long
on.
as you're careful with it,
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
I did read this. I read this pretty interesting statement. I don't know if it was on Nintendo's website or anything like that. I just saw it on Twitter, and it was like a little blurb from Nintendo saying that there are going to be instances where there are people who will be using it a little bit rougher, I guess, than some others would. And in the instance that it breaks, there is going to be proper channels
Provided.
and things that you can go measures you can take to where they'll replace them for you. They'll send you
Okay.
new kits, stuff like that.
That's good.
However, they said that they do encourage that if the case happens where one of these things breaks, that you mend it. So you can super glue it, you can tape it together, and it really it said to me that they were more just concerned with like how much fun you're having with it rather than like the functionality, because the functionality will be unaffected either way because it's just a piece of cardboard.
That's
But
true.
um
I mean,
they were just really encouraging people like if it gets damaged, just make it fun, just put it back
fix it.
together and keep on using it. It makes it yours, I guess, is what they were trying to say. It was an
Gotcha.
interview with the Guardian. Okay, cool. So what were you gonna say?
Um, from the looks of it, the robot kit should be pretty durable as long as you build it correctly, which is another thing to talk about.
Oh, that's
But
good.
otherwise, the variety kit, if they will replace it, you can just like most likely send them a message and say, "Hey, this is what I broke. Can you just replace that?"
I think, yeah, I think that's what they were kind of hinting at. I
Because
don't
that
know. I mean,
that would be
it is
good.
a is it's a sensible concern, considering that it's cardboard. Cardboard is pretty mendable, stuff like that. But I don't know. I thought it was really cool that they were like, "Hey, just put it back together, make it cool." So, but it is also cool that for the people that aren't necessarily going to go that route, that there's an option for them as well.
Yeah.
I like that. There's options. There's options for it.
And back on what I was saying with the whole uh fixing it and stuff thing.
Hmm.
They show you how to make it. They show you how to make the entire thing on your Switch.
Hmm.
And that's awesome. You
I
know?
I do think that's really cool too. You were in the call when I was watching that trailer. While I was watching the trailer, I did comment on that a little bit, and I was like, I am pretty bad at assembling things like furniture, Legos. Historically, I'm just not very good at it. And I'm glad that on the actual display itself, it'll have like interactive instructions on how to assemble it. So it makes
Yeah,
it easier for people like me to follow.
it's
It's
very
really
cool.
cool. Andrew's Universe in the chat here says cardboard for $150. Okay, hold on. Not exactly the case because it does include the games that come with it. So
Yeah,
if you
every
kind of put it in perspective, it's about $10 with the variety kit for some cardboard and $20 for some cardboard for the robot kit, but
Yeah.
I know you just find it funny. Okay, I see you trolling. Okay, so yeah, I think it's a pretty cool concept.
It's a cool concept. And I love the fact that it comes with physical cartridges for the software, because that's nice. I can finally continue to use the storage that I have for physical cartridges, since most of my games on the Switch are currently digital. So, expand my physical library for it. Because I am going to buy one of these. One of them. I don't know which one. I have to choose wisely. Because you can either have the robot, or you can have a few different interactable options. I'm kind of leaning towards the robot. Because there's a point in the video where it shows that you can actually, like, get down and the robot turns into a vehicle.
We actually just passed that in the trailer that I'm rolling here. Yeah, so I did see that. That's weird. Like, this seems like almost a cousin of, or like within the same family of the Vive, or like Full Room VR.
See,
and
the thing
obviously
with
it's
that,
not the same technology, but
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
The thing with that is the fact that it's sort of virtual reality in a sense, but not exactly, because you have the object that you're interacting with, and it gives like a interactable reality sense to it, where what you're doing in real life is impacting what happens in the game, but it's not exactly virtual reality where you are in the game. It's just like
because
similar.
I don't imagine this to be quite as immersive is the word I'm looking for as stuff like VR, because in all the footage that I'm seeing so far, there's not an instance where you have like a headset on or anything like that, which is probably a good thing, because I'd imagine if you had the Switch actual display on
Your
a
face.
headset, it'd be kind of top heavy,
Yeah.
and kind of stuff like that would break your immersion, I'd imagine. But
and it also avoids any motion sickness.
That's too. And
I've
then,
interacted with like VR before, and one of the biggest issues with it is the fact that after a while you get motion sickness, depending on what you're doing in it. So this style of virtual interaction is better because you're like physically interacting with an object that impacts the game.
Yeah.
And it'll be cool to see how they expand on this, because right now they only have two options available, the variety kit and the robot kit. So as time goes by, it'll be interesting to see what else they announce, like what new game options or new extended options to it. And another thing I'm hoping is that they somehow incorporate the Labo like resources and make them usable with other games, i.e. the robot kit with arms.
Oh, that'd be nuts.
That would be cool.
So nuts.
That would be amazing. Can you imagine playing arms with that? Because it can work. It can work. It can detect the leg movement. It can detect the arm movement, so you can like punch.
Yeah.
So it's a viable option. It just depends if they do decide to do it.
Hold on. So if I'm getting this right, are you suggesting that the long-awaited and long-anticipated expansion pass for arms, legs, is going to be released with this thing?
You can't see my face right now, but I'm like...
I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, yes, in a sense, but at the same time, Because, you can already control the legs of your character because you can move them around. It's not like they're floating piles of arms.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I do, and Mika says the same thing in the chat too. I can totally see Nintendo putting out Toy-Con packs for existing games.
That would be awesome. Imagine playing Super Mario Odyssey with like a Cappy Toy-Con.
Toy-Con. That's
What?
so hard to say because I'm so used to saying Joy-Con.
Yeah, just imagine like a Cappy Toy-Con. You just like take it off and you do some sort of movement with it, and it detects that. Then again, that probably wouldn't be the best environment for it.
No.
Probably
Not really.
like smaller games.
How's it going, Andrew? Welcome to the chat. Okay, cool. So, a few things that we've been seeing here. They look stressful to make. I agree.
Well,
As I
here's
said
the
earlier,
thing. Here's the
I'm
thing.
not very good at this kind of stuff.
You're given a fully detailed guide to everything. It's not like any other type of instruction book where you have the pages and you see where the pieces need to go. This shows you how to take the piece from where it's supposed to be and insert it into where it's supposed to go. It's like fully detailed to make sure that the chances that you make a mistake and the chances that you find the difficulty in it are much, much lower.
The chances are low, but it's still possible. My hands are cursed, Proxence. I can't.
Hey,
Arts and crafts is so hard.
It's possible, but
Yeah.
it's unlikely. The only situations I might see there might be some difficulty in would be with the rubber bands.
Ooh, yikes. Yeah.
Because
There
they do appear to be
piece of-
quite complex.
is a piece of footage in here that shows like a crank of some sort or something. I don't know. It's like a quick in and out footage of it, but there's like a bunch of moving parts, rubber bands and stuff like that.
217.
I don't 217.
Yeah. That's the one I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, whatever that is, and that too. I have no idea how I would even begin to make something like that, but
It's
if the
all
instructions are
about
clear and it's
listening to
interactive,
the
you know,
instructions.
hopefully. So
Follow the
let me
rules,
see.
dude.
Look at that fishing rod construct. Tell me that doesn't scream Animal Crossing. It's funny that you say that because I saw that and the first thing I thought was fishing from Zelda. Being able to fish in oh gosh. It changed. The location changes from every Zelda game, but Ocarina of Time fishing was my favorite fishing iteration, and fishing in that game with Toy-Con cardboard fishing poles.
I see one
so
small
cool.
issue. I see
What's
one
that?
small issue, because this is targeted towards kids, and if they start to put the Labo interaction with like larger games that are more directed towards adults, it might lead to issues where adults start buying these in bulk and then scalping occurs once again. And
Okay.
I don't want that to happen. And I know some people want to buy this for the genuine experience of playing it, but there will be people who will buy it just so they can make a profit off of it.
What kind of world do we live in where we are now scalping cereal boxes and cardboard? What is this? I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Hey, there's a game inside the box with the cardboard in it.
Okay. Andrew in the chat says Proxence came for me and clocked me in reference, I believe, to you saying that it's really easy to assemble this stuff.
It does appear to be pretty easy to do. I mean,
It appears to be, but I'm never fooled. But anyways, so I think this whole concept, I believe,
trust it.
has a lot of potential for expanding itself into other franchises. So we kind of touched on that with the Zelda thing, but you were talking about Mario Odyssey as well.
Yeah,
I think this would be really cool with like. Go ahead.
It just depends, because it can fit, but at the same time, if it's pushed to an extent, it might appear forceful to some people who aren't part of the younger Nintendo audience.
Yeah.
And that might cause some issues.
Mm-hmm.
So if they keep it solely to experiences where they have the software that it's already compatible with, and then they add additional compatibility to an extent for other games, then that should be fine. It just shouldn't be gimmicky.
Hey, I don't think it would be though, because it's such a different idea.
I mean, it's the most unique idea that I've seen in a while, and I love it. It's showing how much Nintendo is like innovating. They came out with the Switch, a portable console that also works as a home console, and the Nintendo Switch is selling so much. People are loving this thing. It's amazing.
People are loving this thing? I had no idea.
It's the best console, dude. You can play
is.
it on the go. You can play it at home. It looks good. And the fact that there's so many games that you can play, I don't think anyone at the launch of this console imagined that Dark Souls would be announced for it.
I don't think anyone was expecting cardboard either as a peripheral for the system.
See what I mean?
But
It's
that
innovation.
makes it cool, though.
It's innovation. It's showing the extent of the creativity at Nintendo. It's showing how they can come up with something like this that inspires kids to like build and interact and like find stuff out. That's the best thing about the Nintendo Labo. It'll let kids like
I agree.
Interact with it, build with it, play with it, and it might inspire them to go in that path in their future, and that's awesome.
Yes. So another interesting idea was brought up. Says Nintendo going back to their toy making roots, creating these intricate engineering marvels from cardboard and combining it with their console's features. It's brilliant.
It's amazing.
That's a pretty.
Can we get the Nintendo Labo card edition?
Just wait until they start making Nintendo Labo amiibo. Then I'm buying cardboard for a figure. Figure of cardboard for
amiibo?
I don't even want to get into it. I'm a sucker for amiibo, so I'd probably buy that too. But it's interesting that that's brought up, because that brings me to my next point too, is that it's really great to see this Nintendo Labo as a whole be announced for this console, because it shows that Nintendo's really committed to the idea of expanding the demographic that we're appealing to here. So I think that's also kind of where they were coming from when they started marketing this thing, because it was made very clear from the start and obviously into now that this is very targeted towards children, although people who are young at heart, quote unquote, in their words, not mine. People who are young at heart will be able to appreciate this too, which, as I said earlier, could be said. The same thing could be said for every Nintendo game, almost every Nintendo game ever. Yeah, and that's true. I think their emphasis on the fact that it's for kids, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. You get what I mean? Like it shows a really big commitment to them and the idea of the Switch, and just like the possibilities that the functionalities of the Joy-Cons can bring to playing games as a whole. So yeah, to me, this isn't awesome. Just about playing games anymore, like software. This is more of just like the experience of playing games now. So it's kind of stepping from the world of the games and then bringing it into the real world. As Mika said earlier, it was physical reality rather than virtual reality. So
and all through the power of the Joy-Cons.
Yes.
These little controllers that you can do 2-player with, that you can play games that let you like test their physical capabilities, i.e. 1-2 Switch, which is a good tester of the Joy-Cons. And now they're taking it to this extent where they make the Nintendo Labo to further push the limits of the Joy-Cons and also to increase interaction with the software and hardware. And to relate to the thing you're talking about with like demographics, it's a really smart idea to target this towards a younger audience, because they're most likely the ones to buy it. Well, yeah, they're most likely the ones to receive it. And
hey man, I'm gonna be buying this day one. So.
Same. And it might end up getting to a point, this is something I saw on Twitter, where schools purchase a Switch and a Labo kit, and they let students interact with it, and that might lead to the students going home and asking for one, which further expands the demographic and
audience demographic, stuff like that. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it is, and that is actually another good point too. I could see this being a huge way to bridge the gap between
gaming and education,
like the way people learn and the way education is taught in the classroom.
I mean, I know
this would be perfect classroom. Yeah,
I know there's games that are being used, such as Minecraft, the educational version, to like teach kids the basics of coding and all of that stuff.
Yeah, kind of like expanding on that idea. And another thing that I could see this being really effective in is meeting the needs of those who need a little bit more accessibility with their devices. So people with disabilities, like maybe I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I'm smart enough to know how this could relate to that, but I have a really strong feeling that this could also help people who want to get into gaming but don't necessarily have the physical like ability to kind of like meet in the middle kind of thing.
I think I get what you're getting at.
It's a hard point for me to describe how I'm feeling, but
yeah,
I think this is like a good starting point for accessibility for gaming too.
Mm-hmm. It's nice. It's the overall concept to it is just awesome. The fact that you're making and then you're playing with it and then you're discovering. I know I've already said that before, but it's like it's awesome.
Yeah, it does, and it has a lot of educational value. Like,
and then you can customize it. You can customize it. If you want to make your house have red roof tiles, you can make it have red roof tiles. If you want to give it more variety in its roof tiles, you can do that too. You can customize it however you want. You can give it flames.
You can make your you can make hot rod flames on your robot backpack, and so many possibilities for that. As I was saying before the stream even started, I don't think that I'm going to be creative enough to make it look cool. I'm not very artistically skilled, so I don't know. I'll probably just open mine and not only that.
Yeah,
or have someone else design it for me. I don't know. This could
probably
inspire
leave
a whole new level. Oh, sorry to totally yell over you, but this could inspire a whole new level of mods for your like hardware. So you already have custom controllers, custom consoles, stuff like that. Imagine custom cardboard. Imagine custom robot cardboard kits. That'd be so cool.
I'll just let Nintendo do the Labo kits. Because they're the ones making the software. And
yeah,
I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, that the only way to get the software is through the physical cartridge that comes in the kit.
I would hope that there's some sort of support for a digital download. Obviously, you want to have like a big disclaimer saying that it's only functional if you have the cardboard
it's not.
peripherals to go with it. But...
It's not. You can actually play it without.
Oh, you can play without it?
I'm pretty sure you can.
That'd be weird, right? Because how would the piano function work if you don't have the reflective tape? Well, I guess you could do it on your own. You know what? That'd be cool. Okay, let me pause our footage here so I can get my thought across. I think that would be really cool if they offered a digital download version of this, because not only would that help me keep my Switch library all digital, but it would also inspire people to make their own versions of all of these peripherals. So yes, they are easy and simplistic to put together, as they are, but imagine someone making their own out of the boxes they already have at home. That would be so cool. Just give us the way that it functions in the game and how it works, kind of like with the reflective tape on the piano. Tell us how that works, and then we can incorporate it into our own designs. That'd be so cool. That's like a whole new level. Yeah.
You could extend it from there, get some nice wood, cut that up, use nails.
Make an actual fishing rod.
Yeah. Hey, I'm calling it right now. Someone's gonna make a video like that.
Dude, yeah.
Nintendo Labo, but out of wood, not out of cardboard. I'm writing that down. I have a sticky note right here, writing it down. Make a Nintendo Labo out. It says make a Nintendo Labo out of wood. And hey, it'll be difficult.
Not too far-fetched, though.
It's not far-fetched, but it's difficult because you have to consider everything. But then again, it'll make a nice video.
I would. Imagine being a kid mesmerized by this, and that kid grows up to be a genius engineer. See, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I'm not sure how, but I feel like this has so much
potential,
educational value. There's something, like there's so much ground here that we've yet to be covered, that something can be done as far as like teaching with this kind of stuff in the classroom. Maybe not necessarily on a Switch, maybe not necessarily in this iteration, but in the future, building your own models and integrating that into some sort of software and making a game out of it. I think that would be I think it's possible. I think it's possible. It's a shame that I'm not growing up in the generation that'll be able to see that in the classroom. But I
Yeah.
think the potential's there. I think the the value
Capabilities and all
the
of
capabilities, yes. So many synonyms, but yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
See, I'm just really excited for everything else that they show. Because in the video, you could see that there were certain things that they showed that haven't been officially, like, shown on their site.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have the bird.
Like the weird bird and like the pump thing with like in the backpack, like all the
camera
and stuff.
There was a camera.
There's a camera?
Yeah.
What? I didn't see that part.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, there's a camera.
And then there's the little, like, pedal. What else was there?
Oh, there is a wow. I didn't even notice that was a camera. That is nuts.
I'm not sure what this is, but it's there.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever, this is totally off topic, but have you ever played Fatal Frame?
No,
the horror series. Oh my god. The camera, like the whole premise of the game is that you hunt ghosts and then you take pictures of them with the camera. The camera has sort of magical elements to it. Anyways, that would be so cool for a Fatal Frame game. Sorry. Totally off topic, but I saw that and I wanted to get that out there.
There's a better thing you could relate it to.
Oh, what's that?
Pokemon Snap.
Oh no! You did it! Oh man.
I mean,
that's reinvigorated my want for a Pokemon Snap remaster, remake, or just a new one. Just make one. Make me happy, Nintendo. Please make my day.
Let's send an email to Pokemon and say, hey, now that this is available, we kindly request that you take the capabilities of the Nintendo Labo kit and produce an extension of Pokemon Snap that is available to be worked with the Nintendo Labo.
Because that would be so cool to put the Switch like in the housing of the camera, and then you could just look through and see stuff. Oh my god,
that is. Gotta take some pictures of some Charizards, dude.
Albeit, I look like a massive dork going around my house and like pretending to take pictures of Pokemon, but I'd be down for it. I'd be there, like first day that came out, doing it in my house. I don't care who sees me. Dude. Oh man, if this were around as a kid, game over, man.
This is launching in April. It's not that far away. It's not that far away.
No, it's not. End of April.
April 20th of this year. It's launching. I believe that the variety kit, the Toy-Con variety kit, is going to launch for $69.99, and the robot kit is launching for $79.99.
Yeah.
Let me open the site real quick and see. Yeah, $69.99 and $79.99. Speaking of the website, they also show some other things, such as a general introduction to what the software is, and some like cool colorful pictures of it showing you how it works and how you can discover with it and how you can customize it, and it just shows you that it's cool, you know,
all the stuff.
And it also
tells you all the things.
It also shows you that you can go and try it out, but both of these places are kind of far away from both of us.
I did see that. So it's in San Francisco and New York, right?
Yeah.
So not only is it way far away from where I live, but in the actual notes, they make it very clear that you need a child at least 6 years, I think, or younger to be even like eligible to attend. Yeah. So even if it was close by, I would have to find someone who's like willing to lend me their kid for access to get into this thing.
You just walk into there and you're like, hey, you go over there and play with the variety kit. I'm going to the robot. So another cool thing that's shown on the site is the fact that you can like customize it with like stencil sheets and sticker sheets and Nintendo branded tape.
Wait, what?
Nintendo branded tape.
Nintendo branded tape?
Right here, Nintendo branded tape.
Labo?
Labo.
I don't know.
I think we've covered all our grounds.
I think that's about everything, yeah.
Yeah.
As you said, the variety kit's gonna be
$69.99.
$69.99, which
And
since it includes the game, normal games are around $59.99. It's about $10
not
for all
bad.
the peripherals that it comes with. So
Not
definitely
bad.
not bad. Does it tell you which peripherals it comes with, or does it just like leave that up in the air at
If
the
you
moment?
click on it, it tells you that it comes with 2 RC cars, 1 fishing rod, 1 house, 1 motorbike, and 1 piano.
Oh, that's pretty. I
Pretty
was about to
cool.
say that's pretty varied, but the name is Variety Pack, so that is to be expected.
And then it also
So,
shows you all of the things that it comes with, i.e. the Nintendo Labo Variety Kit software and the sheets, rubber bands, eyelets, string, sponge, all of that stuff.
wow. So one question I do have is
Hmm.
I can see on the box on the screen that I have up now, the actual case for the game says Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 1.
Yeah.
Are these games going to have names, or are they just going to be Toy-Con 1, Toy-Con 2, Toy-Con 3?
Toy-Con is what it's looking like, because
Hmm.
Toy-Con 2, the robot kit, just says Toy-Con 2.
Hmm. Interesting. And then I also wonder
I'm just assuming
if...
that it's going to be like that as an identifier,
Mhm.
and then it shows on the box what it'll have.
Hmm. Another question I do have is, moving forward, are the existing peripherals that I would have for the variety kit, would that be something that's only supported through Toy-Con 1, like just the game that it comes with, or would they see like more functionality for games that come out later, I wonder?
I
I
don't
wonder if this
know.
will be treated like more as a platform, or if it's just going to be like a single thing where if you want to play the piano, you have to get this pack, you know? Or maybe down the line, if I'm like, I want to get the piano here, but it can also work in games later on. I don't know what the games are going to look like after this point, because I don't know. Like,
I mean, all we
the,
can do is really just wait and
oh,
see what
I hate
happens.
waiting.
I mean, what we have so far is pretty cool. I know that I'm
It is.
most likely going to go for the robot kit because it looks cooler in my opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it's controlled in the way that it is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I might go back and get the variety kit because it also looks pretty cool.
It does.
And
So you're going to get the
overall,
robot kit. What makes you make that decision? You just want to be a robot, or does it look more interesting to you?
the fact that it's connected to your computer screen.
Well,
well,
wait.
your monitor or TV screen or whatever.
Oh, so you don't want to use it in portable mode, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not necessarily that. It's just that
Oh.
I want to start off in that sense
Mm-hmm.
because it's cool and it's fun, and you have to move everything out of the way to make room.
You're like,
But
listen, everyone, we're gonna take over the living room for 5 hours while I pretend to be a robot. That's exciting, though. I
yeah,
mean, as dorky as that sounds, I think that is a really cool thing. As
yeah.
someone who doesn't currently own a full room VR headset, to be able to like go into uncharted territory, if you will, and
Mhm.
take over a living room just to play my game, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Overall, this is exciting.
Yeah,
This is very exciting, and I can't wait for it to come out.
me neither. I think personally, I'm gonna do both because I'm so pumped to buy myself some cardboard and assemble that, and hopefully be proud of the way that it comes out.
You should
I
make
know
a
there's...
video out of it, because I know I'm going
Dude,
to.
I didn't even... Oh, that is another good... Like, can you imagine all of the Toys to Life channels, and even probably my channel too, putting up unboxings and assembling these things?
I'm making
Oh,
one of
man.
these things out of cardboard. Not the robot. Definitely not the robot. Because the
Oh,
extent
man.
of what you'd have to use, like, to make something out of that, like, out of wood, you'd need actual rope.
Oh my god. Stream the building process. I'm going to stream it. We'll stream it. Oh, I'll buy this, and then I won't even think twice about it, because I'll probably back out of it if I do. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah,
We're going to stream the building
we're gonna
process,
stream the
and
building process.
it'll go however it's going to go.
Oh, boy.
That's probably the part that I'm most excited about, is
Building.
actually building it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the idea. because a lot of their marketing and all the stuff we've seen so far is really focused on the building, not so much the games. Because the impression that I'm getting right now is that, yes, these games are going to be cool, but I personally, as far as I've seen, don't really know what Toy-Con 1, I guess is what it's called, the game that comes with a variety kit, really is. Is it just a series of mini games? Is it going to be more Nintendo Land style, where
I think
there's
it
going to be
might be a series of mini games for the variety kit.
So
I'm not sure. Don't quote
I
me on
don't.
anything.
Yeah,
We have to
like
wait, because the video we just saw is a first look. It's just an introduction to what's going to happen. It'll be maybe a month or so until we get another look into it and get more detail about stuff.
man, I'm so
So
excited.
we have
But
to
yeah,
wait and see, but it's exciting.
yeah. To further go on that point too, I think that's really why that they're focusing more on the building thing, is because they want you to have fun to putting it together. And I think it's going to be really really cool.
Yeah,
Really cool.
it'll be
And
fun.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know, but now that I think about it, I don't know about the idea of bringing them over to other Nintendo franchises. The more
yeah.
I think about it, the more I feel like this is just going to be its own thing. But I would love to see that. I will buy it instantly.
Yeah.
I can see Nintendo dedicating a whole direct to this. Oh my god, can you
See,
imagine?
I'm not sure.
Cardboard direct.
I'm not sure about that because they launched it through video format. If they
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
launch it in a direct, they would have launched it in the mini direct. So I feel like launching it in the video format was a better option for this because it's a new idea and it's unique. That's the best
It
part about
is.
it.
It is.
And
I think it's a funny idea
yeah,
in like an imaginary universe that will all like hundreds of thousands of people will join into a direct to watch them talk about cardboard. I think that would be really funny.
so April 20th,
April 20th.
you can buy it in your
What day
local
today?
stores
Jeez, it's
today.
almost the end of January.
Yeah.
2018 is going by so quick. Oh my god.
And
Okay.
I think that's
so
that.
April 20th. $69.99 for the variety kit, which comes with
$79.99.
a bunch of
for
different
the other
stuff.
one.
I don't remember what you said. And the robot kit. It's literally just called the
$79.99.
robot kit. Comes with the backpack and the visor. You could be a robot, terrorize your pets that are all going to be watching, your family members. Do whatever you like.
Oh boy.
Those are both drop in on April 20th for $69.99 and $79.99 respectively.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. And that's that.
yeah.
Thanks
Yes,
for,
it is.
Thanks for joining me in a discussion.
Yes. So that brings us to the end of our discussion today. I want to give a huge shout out to Proxence for joining us.
Shout out to you as well for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, so that is it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Links to everything down below in the description. Also a link to the Labo website. I'll put that there. And thanks for watching.